I've been and remain committed to making Huntington a better place for all of its residents. I came from a working class background, was raised on Long Island. I've lived in Green Lawn with my wife and my children for over 22 years. As your Huntington Town Councilman, I've been elected to look out for the people of Huntington, both businesses and residents. I understand the hard work that is required to provide for families. I know what it's like to come from humble beginnings and work your way up. As a small business owner, I've managed multi-million-dollar annual budgets, which has provided me the skills needed to successfully manage the town funds. I've committed myself as your councilman to make our tax dollars more effective, and I'm very proud of our accomplishments. I've used my business skills to get things done in the town of Huntington. I've thought outside the box to coordinate the paving of both parking lots at the Northport VA golf course at no cost to the veterans or the taxpayers. I was the only councilman that stood with the residents of Elwood and Northport against the developers of Oak Tree Dairy and Benchmark. I will continue to work steadfastly opposing LIPA's reassessment of the Northport power plant. I have stood with community residents against developers and downzoning. I've worked and passed a resolution for term limits. I will continue to listen to my constituents and maintain a strong voice which reflects the wants of the Huntington residents. I will support ethics reform because we need to restore the public trust in government. I will support zoning ordinances that will support growth but maintain Huntington's suburban character. I will continue to listen and work with my constituents to maintain a safe, diverse quality of life that makes Huntington communities unique. I believe you deserve leaders honest enough to talk about the issues that you care most about. I promise to fix what needs to be fixed, as I've done in the past 7 years. I look forward to your support Election Day. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Stage, Screen, and In Between. I'm Helen. Today we are at the beautiful Oheka Castle in Cold Spring Harbor, New York, and I am here now with Huntington Councilman Eugene Cook. And Eugene Cook is having a wonderful fundraiser today because although he's the councilman, he is going to be the future supervisor. Gene, you were born and raised on Long Island, right?
Yes.
And your family and children are very happy here, and you're a solid citizen.
Absolutely, and my family loves it. They're all on Long Island. I have 5 children, and my wife and I live in Green Lawn, and we enjoy Long Island and enjoy Huntington.
Yeah. How many terms have you had already?
I'm on my 3rd term.
Okay, and what is the limit?
3 terms.
3 terms. Yeah. So that's why you're looking to solidify the next office, right?
It's not that I'm looking to solidify the next office. I want to have an option for the people. We've been disrespected for far too long, and now it's time, and we have an independent line, the Stop LIPA line, and very excited to actually true democracy. People went out, signed petitions, went out and got signed petitions. It went through the Board of Elections. We're on the ballot for the Stop LIPA line. I'll be at the bottom of the ballot, but I think it's very important. You know, in the past couple of years with the town board that had made a settlement agreement, I absolutely agreed with them totally that we should settle with LIPA. And so much so that I filed lawsuits against Long Island Power Authority. And I'm in court, on a federal court and in state Supreme Court in Suffolk County to fight for the people. And what I want is I want elected officials to do what I do. I'm paying for those lawsuits. I'm not asking the taxpayers to do that. And if you take a look at my track record, you'll see that I've always done that. And so I'm very proud of it. It gives residents a real option. It's not one side or the other, which is what we normally have to take. It's a third person that's there that has a track record and a proven track record.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very excited about it.
So you're also, you also believe in transparency, checkbook online. What is that?
Well, I believe that all the money that is spent through the town should be online so that the residents can see it and have easy access to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that nothing's hidden, so everybody knows where the tax dollar is going. So now you also like environmental studies done, right?
Well, the environmental studies are extremely important. I mean, let's face it, right now we have heat waves, we have all sorts of things going on, and it's very crazy. And we've got to take care of our, you know, the environment, or we're not going to be here. And that's the bottom line. Like I said, I have 5 children, 2 grandchildren, and this world should be taken care of completely. And we have to do it right at the town level and get it done right.
You're also involved in sports, soccer, etc., the PAL for the kids. Why is that so important?
It's important because the police and the communities had a little bit of a rough time there for a while, and by sponsoring these soccer leagues and basketball leagues, it's really gotten the community and the police department to work together, and it's all about communication. So it's actually been working extremely well, and I'm very proud to partner with the police on it. So.
And the veterans seem to love you. Why is that?
The veterans are awesome, and thank you, all of you, for your service. What happens is that I get a lot done with the veterans when they're in need. I'm one of those guys that gets it done right away, and I've done a lot for the veterans, and it's easy for me to get that stuff done, and they very much appreciate it, and I very much thank them for their support.
You own a construction company, am I correct?
I actually gave that up about 2 years ago, and I'm not doing that anymore. No.
Oh, you're not?
No.
So you're going to be politically involved 100%?
100%.
Okay. So now also, you were involved in the World War II Veterans Memorial. You want to tell us something about that?
Well, it's important that every resident in Huntington has the right to have their name on that plaque, and it was important to do that. And there was a lot of people that, the plaque's been there for a long time, and it was important to put this out so that people that may have been missed had the opportunity to get their name on there. And we did that, and it worked out very well.
Right. So you're known as Mr. No when it comes to tax increases. Why is that?
Because I have a problem with the way we spend money, and my feeling is that every dime that a resident pays in taxes, or a business owner, they should be getting a dime's worth of service for that. And a lot of times I don't see that, and that's because of mismanagement. And I think the problem is we don't have business people in politics, and I'll be the first business person in a long while if I get elected for the supervisor.
Are you controversial, do you think?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I would say, am I controversial? No, but I think I'm, some people have problems with me.
So let's go back to respect. That seems to be the theme for today, respect. Tell us more about respect and maybe the lack of respect.
Well, respect is very important. I mean, there's no doubt. Our police need respect. Our veterans need respect. Our politicians need respect. Okay, we can, disagree with them, but they still need to be respected and looked after. But the taxpayers are the ones that need the respect, and I haven't seen that in a long time. Taxpayers are taken for granted, and that's a problem for me. And you can take a look at the what Long Island Power Authority has done over the past 22 years, and they have no respect for the taxpayers, and they keep filing these lawsuits, and they owe over $11 billion. Really? Yeah, it's absolutely out of control. The details that I've gone through in these lawsuits are so huge that it's just absolutely unbelievable by LIPA, and at the end of the day, we're in court and plan to prove it.
So what do you think of this beautiful Oheka Castle?
It's magnificent, and the owner of this facility should be extremely proud, and I thank him very much for allowing us to be here today. It's beautiful, and you can see all the people out in the lawn that really enjoyed it, and I'm very proud to be here.
Yeah. And what are some of your main sponsors for today's event?
Taxpayers, businesses, people that I've helped that said, you know what, we appreciate what you've done, and we think you're going to be the best leader out of all the people that are up and running. And so, those are the people that really care.
So why would you be the best choice for Huntington Supervisor when the election comes up?
Well, whether I say it or not doesn't really matter. What everybody should do is research it. You can see my track record. I've got a track record that goes on for 10 years right now, and compare it to everybody else's. When I say something, I do it. I stand by the people, and that's important. It's important for every politician to know that.
And do you think that you have an advantage because you stand in a working man's shoes?
Oh, I think that brings a big advantage, but you're in a political game. So, and I'm running on an independent line, one line. So that's the Stop LIPA line. You know, that's a disadvantage, just running on one line when everybody else is running on two. But I'm thinking that if everybody looks at my track record and compares it to what's out there, I think that I will win overwhelmingly.
Okay. Do you have a website where people can find out more?
I do.
Google Eugene Cook. So tell us more about your involvement with the veterans and how much you love them and why.
Well, the veterans are awesome, and you know, this is a great country only because of our veterans. I shouldn't say only, but because of our veterans. And what's happening is in the town of Huntington, there's all sorts of different American Legion and VFW halls and veterans organizations that needed help. And every time they need help, I would get out there and get it done. And what I did was I did a lot of, you know, huge things. The veterans golf course over in the VA hospital, I got that paved at no cost to the taxpayers. The American Legion Hall down in Milldam in Huntington, I got them a $60,000 roof at no cost to the taxpayers. The VFW Hall on Pulaski, they were worried about a big drainage issue and what have you. I redesigned it for them and then got that paved at no cost to the taxpayers. So these are all donations that were brought in because there's a lot of businesses that really think, you know, so much of our veterans that they wanted to donate and help our veterans out, which is great. And that's I'm very proud of that.
Thank you very much, Eugene. I'm sure that you'll have a lot of votes heading your way when the time comes.
Thank you very much, and I do appreciate it. It was a great day. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I appreciate all your help. And this is just the start. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to see what we can do. And we're going to bring the town back to where it should be. Looking out for the people, the residents, and the taxpayers. Businesses, and I'm looking forward to doing it. Thank you all very much. God bless you. I do appreciate it.